In a world obsessed with red carpets, flashing cameras, and fame, there are few who choose to step away, not for fortune, not for applause, but for something greater. This is the story of Gary Sinise. You may know him as Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump, or from the countless roles that earned him critical acclaim. But the role that would define him most wasn't in front of a camera, it was at home. It was in the quiet, unseen moments of heartbreak. It was in being a father. When his beloved son Mac fell ill, Gary didn't hesitate. He walked away from the spotlight. He set down the script. He paused everything for family. Mac was more than Gary's son. He was an artist, a composer, a soul full of promise and light. But life, in its cruelest turn, had other plans. And Gary and his family faced what no parent should ever have to: the unimaginable loss of their child. But here's what makes Gary's story powerful. He grieved, yes, but he did not disappear. He loved louder. He stood stronger. He showed the world that sometimes real heroism doesn't look like acting in a blockbuster. It looks like holding your family through the storm. It looks like choosing presence over prestige. It looks like honoring your child not just with tears, but with legacy. Gary Sinise has always been a man of service to veterans, to his community, and most importantly, to his family. But when life broke his heart, he didn't let it break his spirit. He reminds us that there's no greater role than that of a loving parent. And that courage isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet strength of a father sitting beside his son, holding his hand, and staying until the very end. If you're facing a loss, if you've been forced to step away from the world to care for those you love, let Gary's story remind you there is honor in showing up. There is strength in sacrifice. And there is love, even in the ashes. Thank you.